When I was growing up in Puerto Rico, we used to travel a lot around the island. And it didn't matter where we were going. Every time my beautiful mom will see a Dulce de Coco, she will want to stop and get some. When I became a professional chef, I decided I want to know how to make it. So here's my version of Dulce de Coco sancochado. Let's make it, shall we? Welcome to my workshop. So the story goes that this is very difficult to figure out who created this dessert or this candy and where from, because most countries in Latin America have a version of this candy coconut. Even in Puerto Rico, there's, that I know of, 3 or 4 versions. Today I'm gonna make the sancochado version, which is soft. It's not a hard candy, and you eat it usually on a parchment paper or a plantain leaf or a grape leaf from the beach. So like I said before, my mom loved this Dulce de Coco. Today we're gonna make one using cinnamon sticks, fresh ginger, vanilla. We're gonna use the shredded coconut that we had from the tembleque. We're gonna use a little citric acid, ground ginger, ground cinnamon, salt. We are going to use 1 cup of coconut water, 1 cup of coconut milk, 1.5 cup of brown sugar, and 1.5 cups of regular granulated sugar. Even though it sounds intimidating, this is not a very difficult process if you keep an eye on it. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to add the shredded fresh coconut to a pot, and we're going to add the coconut water and the coconut milk. We're going to stir it, and the whole idea of this is just kind of to cook the coconut a little bit so it's not super hard. So we stir it, let it go for about 15 minutes in a medium-high heat, and some of the coconut milk and coconut water is going to evaporate. Then we're going to add the rest of the ingredients except the fresh ginger and the vanilla with the sugars, the ground ginger, the ground cinnamon, the 2 sticks of cinnamon, and the citric acid. We're going to add all that to the pot. Once everything melts, we're going to cover it and let it cook at medium heat for about 15-20 minutes. And we're going to lift the lid, look at it, make sure everything looks good, and continue cooking for another 20-25 minutes until you see that everything is starting to evaporate and get thick. Continuously move it and keep an eye on it, because now it's going to go pretty quick. At this point, we're going to grate some of the fresh ginger, and we're going to add the vanilla and continue moving it until all that syrup has become thick and it's not sticking to the bottom of the pan. If it is, then your heat is too high. Continue moving it until you find the right consistency, which is about this right here. You can see it is thick. There's not a lot of syrup running. So at this time, you're going to turn off the heat, let it rest for about 10 minutes, and then I use a ice cream scooper and I put it on this silk pad. You can use a parchment paper, you can add a little bit of the spray, non-stick spray, and divide it in the sizes that you prefer most. When you do it in a parchment paper, it's great because after that you can just grab a scissor and just cut, and you don't have to move them again. So once they cool off, you can add another piece of parchment paper on top or wrap them like that. Give them to your friends, eat them, enjoy them. They are delicious. They are very, very sweet. The addition of citric acid will make it a little sour at the same time. So it will be kind of like a sweet and sour taste. If you don't like that, omit the citric acid. Don't add any and it'll be super sweet, but the citric acid adds balance to all that sugar that we have in that Dulce de Coco. Like always, it's been a lot of fun doing this. Brought me back a lot of memories of my beautiful mom. And remember that the recipe will be under the bio in our YouTube channel under Chef Tito's Workshop. Please follow us, tell your family and friends, and I will see you next time. Remember that we are on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and here on Facebook. Stay healthy, have fun making this, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.